Instagram. You tuned in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. More ounce to the, no bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't nobody go home till the fat man gets it in. What's happening, chocolate people? Decided to do a Tuesday evening show. So let's get into this. Like to apologize to everybody who was on the last live stream a few minutes ago, and things stopped. Something was going on with my internet. I got fiber optic internet, and I'm still having problems with it not being stable. So I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let me get this fool out of here. Nah, it's the internet. I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. But it said unstable. It said unstable. Might stand by until we reconnect you. And I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, man. You digs? You digs? So anyway, I'd like to welcome you guys back. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but for some reason on Facebook, it doesn't show who's online or anything. So I don't know what's going on with these platforms, but I know they're garbage. That has nothing to do with the internet. That's just sorry ass Facebook and YouTube. You digs? Anyway, let's get this popping because it's getting late and I don't want to be up all night doing this live stream. So I want to go ahead and get started. Anyway, you can, we ask that you, if you haven't donated already, please go to asktheiceman.com, scroll down to the donate button and donate your $5 there. Or you can donate via the Cash App, and my Cash App ID is $ the Iceman 1906. So that's that you donate. We're trying to raise as much money as possible because we're trying to raise as much money before the school year starts, and I have to make sure the donations are in by mid-August. Okay, because in most places around the country, the school year starts the third week of August or fourth week of August. You digs? Matter of fact, I went to Walmart today and they already had the school supplies out. So that shows you how ridiculous these greedy retailers are. And it's sad that parents have to sit up here and buy paper and pencils and pens and erasers for their kids, and the school's supposed to supply that. When I was a kid, you didn't have to bring a damn thing to school. You didn't have to bring anything other than your body. But my parents still went out and bought some stuff because it was dirt cheap back then. Hell, you spend $5 and you get enough school supplies for multiple children in the same household and for the whole year. Why? Because they gave you paper at school. You brought some paper, but they mainly gave you everything. So you have to ask yourself, what's the school's responsibility? Because probably sooner rather than later, the parents are going to have to come to school and teach the kids while the teacher just stands there or sits there. Because really all they are is a glorified babysitter anyway. That's all teachers are, is babysitters. All they do is babysit your kids from 8 o'clock to 3:30 till you get off work. That's all they do. They ain't teaching them nothing. All they doing is socializing them and indoctrinating them with white supremacy nonsense, like saying that the Pledge of Allegiance. That has nothing to do with learning. That's propaganda. Don't get me started on that. I was listening to Sirius XM today, and I swear to God, man, you know, every time I turn around, there's some LGBT nonsense they're trying to shove down Black people's throats. And I had already seen this online a couple of weeks back. So I already knew. But they were talking about Lil Nas X, you know, the guy that's got the hit song Old Town Road. And come to find out, and I was wondering, I said, why they keep promoting this lousy song? This song sucks. The song sucks. The lyrics are garbage. The music is horrible. What about this song is so groundbreaking? Come to find out, I looked online the other day, and then they were talking about it today, that this dude is homosexual. He's a homo. And I was just like, here we go. No wonder they promoting this song. And then somebody was telling me that they got this dude performing this song at schools, at Black schools. You see how they do? Look, let me explain something to you. This is why Caucasian can't, this is why white supremacists can never run any games on me. You have to understand something. These white supremacists don't do anything. They don't do anything by accident. Nothing just happens with these people. Don't let them fool you. When they sit up there and say, oops, we goofed, we didn't know this was racist, we didn't know that this clothing item, like H&S did with that, with that little black boy, little African boy wearing that sweatshirt that said coolest little monkey in the jungle. That's not by accident. They do that stuff on purpose, and then they turn around and issue an apology, which to me is not even half-hearted. And I was so proud when somebody posted a video on Facebook of them Africans down in South Africa tearing up multiple H&S stores. They were trashing their stores. Okay? Kudos to them. That's what you're supposed to do when the white supremacists come at you with that bullshit. See, a lot of you guys secretly support this kind of shit because you want to keep one foot on a banana peel and the other foot and your tongue up under the ball sack of white supremacy. See, a lot of you guys want to keep your place in under the ball sack of white supremacy so you can keep getting your daily bread. So you don't have to join us. Because the only time you'll join us is after the white supremacy kick your ass to the curb. When they kick your ass to the curb, they hear you come bringing your ass back over here to black society talking about, hey guys, hey, what's going on? Did I miss anything? And then I'm listening to Sirius XM last week, and I'm like, how come my man Godfrey ain't on there? Comedian Godfrey ain't on there no more. Because he was on there from 3 to 5. He was on there from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And I was like, how come they kept playing Laura Coates show from the AM? They kept playing her show over and over again. And I was like, why are they replaying her lame ass show? I don't want to hear her show. She loves to get on there talking about LGBT. She just as bad as Karen Hunter. So I'm looking at my man, comedian Godfrey, who I follow him on Instagram. He's a hilarious brother, very intelligent brother, very funny brother. And I was looking at Instagram either yesterday or the day before yesterday, and he was talking about how they fired him, how Radio 1 fired him. Now you got to understand, Kathy Hughes and her son own Radio 1 and TV 1. Okay? And Kathy Hughes is a damn billionaire, and yet she's just as much of a mammy as Oprah is. Okay? Kathy Hughes is a Democratic Party ass kisser too, like Oprah is. Like I'm looking at Real Time with Bill Maher. He up here talking about Oprah Winfrey should run for president. Oprah Winfrey ain't presidential material. Oprah Winfrey, just because she's an LGBT ass kisser and a white male ball sack, white supremacy ass licker, doesn't make her good presidential material. So please stop. Okay? I don't want to see Oprah I don't want to see Oprah as a president of anything. I don't even want to see Oprah as president of the Mickey Mouse Club. Okay? You digs? I don't know what this broad is talking about, but you can kiss my ass, bitch. Anyway. Godfrey Batwoman? Nah, I ain't seen no. I heard they were making a Batwoman television show. I just didn't know when it was coming out, but I heard about it because they were interviewing this broad on Yahoo News and talking about how she was a lesbian and all. I was just like, how is that groundbreaking? Because somebody a lesbian, because somebody like the lint lick, or somebody like the go like to ride the Hershey Highway. How is that a what? How is that? How does that make you such a great person, huh? Where they get this shit from? Why are you? Why is it that they think? See, this is how they shove propaganda down our throats. And see, Godfrey, I like Godfrey. I think Godfrey was down. He talked about a lot of deep stuff on the show. I knew something was going to happen once he went from an hour to 2 hours, because he was an hour and I thought he was better with an hour. But like I said, he used to talk about how Hispanics wasn't, was hating on us. And he was talking about how Hispanics was coming with that, talking about calling people niggers and mayate. He was saying a lot of stuff that I was so happy to hear that I felt like I was listening myself. And I knew sooner or later they were gonna shut him down. So you can now understand why TV1 is garbage, except for Unsung. I don't watch nothing else on TV1. You know what? BET and TV1 shows us the contempt they have for us by them showing reruns of Martin, the Jeffersons, and Good Times. What white channel does that? TV Land. That's it. TV Land is the only station that plays old white shows. Okay? You don't see no other, and Me TV, which shows like old shows like when I was growing up, like Mannix, Beverly Hillbillies, Barney Miller. They show old shows like that. Barnaby Jones. What's that show with Robert? What's his name? The Italian dude. Used to have that show with the Timmy Diamonds. Help me out. Remember that show used to come up? Beretta used to have a little parrot on his shoulder, little white or cockatoo or whatever the fuck that bird was. That was a good show too. They show all them old ass shows on Me TV and TV Land. But that's okay. But when the only black stations show reruns of old shit and no new programming, and when they do show new programming, it's dumb shit like For My Man and all this dumbass shit they show on there. Man, I'm just like, they just take black folks' money and they don't even give a shit. But Kathy Hughes is a major ass licker. She's a major ass, white ass licker, just like Oprah. At least Oprah shows new programming on the OWN network. Because I watched I watched some of Tyler Perry's shows, like what's that show with that little fine Colombian chick that be on there? It'll probably be coming back on in a minute here. But Greenleaf, which is about which got Keith David and what's her name? The sister that was on Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Loretta something. I forgot her last name, but she's a really good actress. Greenleaf is a pretty good show. It's about a cheating ass pastor. Okay, but it's a good show though. But Oprah got some good programming on there. Every now and then I watch Ayanla Fix Me show. I watch her show every now and then. But you know, man, for the good but TV One and there's some new programming on BET, like that show with the late great Nipsey Hussle's baby mama. That show's pretty good. That's on BET, but I think they canceled it. Awesome Possum, I'ma block your sorry ass. Okay? How about that, you little piece of shit? How about that? Oh yeah, in Phoenix. I mean in Memphis. Nigga, you crazy. You crazy, bro. But anyway, I'm sitting there. Okay. And so, you know, like I said, I like, you know, whenever a black man stands up for himself or a black woman stands up for herself, they don't want you on TV and they don't want you on the radio. And you know, Godfrey was like, fuck Urban View Radio, fuck them. And I was like, damn. But that's what happens with real blacks, real brothers and sisters who ain't about that bullshit. That can't take it. Cause you're like, oh, somebody complain. You know, somebody probably complained to Kathy Hughes, and then she was like, oh, y'all got to let him go. See, that's bitch nigga shit. That's why I have no respect for a lot of these Negroes in media, because a lot of them, even the ones that got their own shit, they a bunch of ass kissing niggas who be out there kissing the ring of LGBT white males or straight white males like David Geffen and some of these other folks. They be kissing their ass. You digs? But let's get into this. Let's get into this. And by the way, if you haven't got my book, go get it. The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can get this at Amazon.com, or you can get this directly from me at AskTheIceman.com. Scroll down to the Add to Cart button, and you can buy it directly from me. I will sign it, and then I will send it directly to you. So if you want an autographed copy of this book, feel free to get at me, and I will definitely get it to you within a couple of weeks, or actually within about 4 to 6 days. That's it. Usually, even from California to New York, it'll get there in like 4 days. So don't hesitate to buy it directly from me, or you can just get it on Amazon if you don't want to deal directly with me. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. But that's my book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. Good book. Talk about everything that Black men and women need to read in order to get themselves straight. as the brothers have been talking about since, for I'd say the last 10 to 12 years, brothers have been talking about how we got a lot of these black females out here who have taken the word intersectionality to new heights. And the kind of intersectionality that I want to talk about tonight is the illusion of interracial dating, the illusion that a black woman can get a quality, good-looking Caucasian male. Okay, we're going to talk about that tonight. Now, the Obama administration pushed that integration bullshit as far as they could, and because of that, now we have the Orange Cheeto, aka Orange Julius, in the White House. So you see how that works? Obama was such a pariah with his do-nothing politics. And I heard some brother on the radio today talking about, well, if Obama would have got the if black folks would have went out and voted and voted more Democrats into the Senate and then into the Senate, then Obama could have pushed a lot of his bills through Congress. And I'm like, nigga, shut up. Sit your ass down. Obama, look, every president complains about obstructionists in Congress. Every president does. Every last one of them, at one time or another, complains about obstructionism with Congress. Okay? That ain't nothing new. So stop trying to act like Obama was the first president to have to deal with bullshit from Congress. Obama wasn't trying to do that for us anyway. You got black folks running around here thinking just because some of his little bullshit, little policies indirectly help black folks, that somehow Obama did something directly for black people. And I'm like, get off that bullshit. Now, when it comes to veterans, Obama and Congress passed a measure. It was very quiet too. They passed a measure that helps veterans who received a general under honorable conditions discharge from whatever branch of the military. There's a law on the books now that helps veterans get their what is it called, a discharge upgrade. Okay, especially if they served in a war zone. So if you got somebody that served in Iraq or Afghanistan or Vietnam or wherever, and they got kicked out of military for something and they got a general under honorable conditions discharge, that law almost guarantees, especially if it has to do with their behavior as far as them getting in trouble, and because of, they have PTSD or depression, or they got sexually assaulted if they're a woman and a man, and that affected their behavior and they started acting out, then they're more likely to overturn it and upgrade it because of that law. But it still has to be written up properly. Okay? Can't just, fill out the basic paperwork and just send a couple of pieces of paper in and expect to get upgraded. You have to make an argument, just like you would in court. And it has to be objective. It can't be, well, Fred grabbed my ass and I got upset. So, I whooped his ass and then I got an Article 15 and then did it. No. You better send in some proof that you went, somewhere and got some counseling because so-and-so grabbed your ass or something else happened. Or you got shot at in Afghanistan and that affected your behavior because you got PTSD now. So even if you didn't get a diagnosis till you got out, you could still get, your VA records will still get you that discharge upgrade. So those of you who are in that situation, don't hesitate to try to get your discharge upgraded. And if you need any assistance, let me know. Email me. I'll help you with the paperwork. I'll help you with the paperwork, and I don't charge for that. So if you're a veteran, you need some help, I'll help you out. Okay. Anyway. Oh, hell yeah, he did. Yeah, Bob Dole gave Bill Clinton hell. Sure did. He couldn't stand Bill Clinton. And I like most of us can't stand Bill Clinton. Because he's a liar and a jackass. You dig? Anyway. So during the Obama administration, you notice shows like Scandal came out. And Scandal is this concocted, convoluted bullshit illusion of illusions of grandeur, racial grandeur of a black woman being the side piece of a Caucasian dude that's supposed to be the president of the United States. Key words, side piece. Okay? And you had all black women across this country shook because of it. So you had the swirler movement during the time Obama was in the White House. And so you had all these jackass black women who were running around here thinking that, oh, I could give me a zaddy. Oh, I can give me a. If so-and-so can get a zaddy, I can get a zaddy. And what most black women end up with is the Paul Wall white dude or the Bubba Sparks. That's who you end up with. You end up with the high school dropout redneck that rides around with a Confederate flag on the back of his damn truck. That's what you end up with. Somebody posted a picture of two fat, dark-skinned black women hugged up with two Confederate flag wielding Neanderthals. And I was saying to myself, Goober and Dudley, you can have them two bitches. You can have them mammies. We don't want them anyway. If they got to go and slob on your dirty, nasty, sweaty balls and live in a trailer with your nasty ass and have them calling you, have them calling them nigger, you can have them bitches because we don't want them. But I guarantee them two nasty ass hoes, after they have all their little dirty ass half black kids, they'll be back over here in black society after they get called nigger too many times. Okay, they'll be back over here because I've met them. I've met these Negro bed wenches who these retired Negro bed wenches who the white man has thrown away because they done got too old. Because you have to understand, Hispanic men and Caucasian men throw their women away when they're done with them when they get old. That's why they come back over here trying to holler at black men. That's why they come back over here hollering at us because their own men don't want them. And that's why this chick I've been talking to off and on for the past week and a half, I told her straight up, I told her from day one. I said, I don't want the white man's leftovers. So don't think you doing me a favor because you spit some game at me. Don't think you got it like that. You don't. Because I will drop your ass in a minute. I talked to her just like that. She didn't say, oh, you mean, or you seem like you've been hurt. Who's hurt you? She didn't say any of that. She said, oh, I understand. But she was surprised. She thought I was going to fall all over her because she was a good looking, mature Caucasian woman. And I didn't. And I told her I would walk away from her so fast her head would spin. See, you got to let these women know you ain't got no leverage over here. Lady, I work out every day. I do not every workout, but just like today, I did probably 50 pull-ups. I'm like, lady, I could probably outwork a 25-year-old guy in the gym. Now I'm sitting down. So when you sit down, your body, kind of like, like you throwing a big blob of mashed potatoes on a plate. They sink. Your body sinks when you sit down. So it looks like I might have a little girth right here, and I don't. You can see my six-pack in this shirt. It don't take me that long to get in shape once I start working out. If I work out 3 weeks straight, 4 days a week, dude, I'll be looking like I did when I was 25 in about 3 weeks. It only takes me about 3 weeks before I start getting my definition back. Don't take that long for me, dog. So even though I might be almost 60 years old, I tell women all the time, I say, hey, look, don't think you dealing with some old broken down cat that can't do no better. I'll get rid of your ass. If you ain't at least a 5, there ain't really nothing me and you could need to be talking about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We don't. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Because below a 4, if you a 4 in the face, but your body is a 6 or a 7, then yeah, I still hang out with you. Because a woman who's got a 6 or a 7 body, that's pretty good. That's a curve. That's probably a shapely body. You digs? So you have to understand something. They fool black women into thinking that they could get them a zaddy. Okay? They made these black women think they could get them a zaddy. Okay? And it's all it did was make a fool out of them. All it did was make a fool out of black women. Because as soon as Obama was out of the White House and Trump was in there, it was a new day. There was a regime change, which means there is a ideology change. All that everybody, let's fake like we all together, yet black folks out here getting slaughtered in the street by race soldiers posing as cops and white supremacist vigilante citizens out here killing black people, and Obama didn't have nothing to say. And then somebody posted something on Facebook yesterday about a 12-year-old boy who went to some ghetto school who ended up getting shot by, I don't know who killed him, who ended up killing him. He up here trying to solicit donations. I guess he was going door to door, and he was trying to get money for sports uniforms. His old broke mammy ain't had no money. So he around trying to get some money for, trying to raise money, and he walked up to somebody's house and they killed him. Probably some race soldier, but it might have been some thugs that shot him. But I gotta investigate and see what happened. But as you can see, now obviously that happened this week or last week. Drank all my tea. But black women were fooled into believing, they actually started believing that they could be the next Olivia Pope. And then when Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, they lost their mind again. You had all these black women looking at the royal wedding on TV, staying up all night watching that dumb shit. Talking about, you had black women all on CNN and MSNBC talking about, well, they're helping, Meghan Markle's giving, young little black girls a hope that they can marry a prince one day. Like, bitch, if you don't sit your mammy ass down somewhere, nobody gonna marry your black ass. You can't even get a homeless white man to marry you, let alone a white man that's royalty. Or even the supervisor at Jack in the Box. You can't even get him to marry your ass. And he make less money than you. Fuck out of here. But black women be believing this propaganda. They believe that shit. So there is this, so even with the historical, ramifications of slavery and Jim Crow and current 2019 Jim Crow, you got black women still out here lusting for Caucasian men. When history and reality has been and is currently telling them today that they ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of getting a Caucasian man with any resources. The best you can get is a broken down high school dropout white male, or some old broke ass Paul Wall type white dude who has nothing. That's the best you can do. And for some black women, that's all they want. All they want is, well, at least my kids won't have nappy hair. How you know? I seen plenty half black kids with nappy hair. And their mama was white. And they still came out with nappy ass hair that ain't combed. Because they lazy ass white mama ain't combing their hair no time soon. And she ain't trying to learn how to comb their hair. And don't care how their hair look until somebody say something to them. Because I've said something. I've said to some of them white women, I ain't trying to be getting your business, but you can't find nobody in her on her dad's side of the family do her hair, and then they just roll their eyes. You can roll, and then I'll say something. Then I'll say something slick to them. I'll be like, well, that's you, the typical lazy ass white woman who walk around with your kids' hair looking like that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Then some of them white folks be looking at her, shaking their head. Like, why you gonna sit up here and have a black kid and you don't even do their damn hair? Fucking lazy hoe. But black women think they fooling black men with their lust for Caucasian males. You ain't fooling nobody, black women. You can go get you a white man if you want to. and knock yourself out. I don't care. You go get you a white man. But I guarantee you ain't gonna get one with no money. You ain't gonna get one with any money, and you ain't gonna get none with any property, any resources whatsoever. He gonna be a broke ass Caucasian dude who's gonna have less than that black man you ran away from. I don't want to have no dark ass kids. I don't want to have no nappy head kids. You stupid ass idiot. You got stringy head Caucasians running around here talking about they wish they had nappy hair like us. Okay? Because it take that stringy ass hair need a lot of work. That stringy hair need a lot of work. It needs a lot of work. The only reason why women like Jennifer Garner, who in my opinion is ugly, the actress Jennifer Garner, I say she's about a 4. Women like, you notice how women like Jennifer Garner, you could tell because they got money that maybe because and maybe that 4 bumped them up to a 5. Like I give you an example, Sandra Bullock. Now Sandra Bullock ain't cute at all, but the way they had her looking in the first Miss Congeniality, when they fixed her up and put that tight ass dress on her, she looked like a fucking dime. She looked like a dime. That's what happens when you got $2,000-$3,000 to invest in a Caucasian woman's appearance. You can bump their asses up a notch. Oh, hell yeah, KVD 80. Prince Harry dressed up like a goddamn Heil Hitler, and black women that had shit to say because they don't care. Like I said, how many times, brothers, have you guys seen pictures of Southern black women wearing Confederate flag t-shirts? I've seen black, fat ass, dark-skinned black men rolling around the South with Confederate flags on their damn trucks, on their cars. And I'm sitting up there like, are you serious, dude? You need your ass kicked. You ain't no brother or sister of mine. And when your ass get kicked out at the Klan rally after they try to hang your ass with a rope, don't bring your ass back over here to us. You done. Nigga, your black card has been revoked. You digs? Fuck out of here. We got to stop allowing sorry ass, no good. We got to stop allowing sorry ass, no good race traders to keep vacillating between us and Caucasian society. We got to stop doing that. See, now we are moving toward black first. But we're moving too fucking slow, in my opinion. But we're moving toward black first. So some black women are getting the hint. Some black women are coming home. Most of them ain't. Most of them want to try and keep one foot in white society so they can keep their little job or keep their little hookup. Man, I spilled this iced tea on the floor. Hold up, guys. Let me take a quick break and let me hurry up and get this iced tea up off the floor, man. I ain't trying to have no stain on the floor. Keep it locked right here. It's the Iceman Show podcast. If you haven't donated, please go ahead and donate now. You can hit us on the Cash App at $the Iceman 1906. Or you can go to asktheiceman.com and scroll down to the donate button and donate there. Keep it locked right here. I'll be back in a minute. Give me a second. Shit. Damn. Nah, no new cameras. Just I think it's just the amount of light coming in because at that other place, the light came from behind me in, so the camera was going toward the light, so there was glare. Y'all see what I'm saying? But the way this is, the light's coming in this way, and it's not glare. It's not. There's no glare, and it is 8:45, and the sun's still out. So that's probably excuse me. That's probably one of the issues that I was having at that other place. I wasn't getting enough light in there. It did rain this morning, but it cleared up right after in the afternoon. Anyway, let's get back into this. So before I spill iced tea on the floor, uh here's the thing, guys. Black women got fooled into believing during the time Obama was in the White House. Black women got fooled into thinking that they thought that they were on the illusion of inclusion. And a lot of these black women fell for the bait. They fell for the propaganda. You have to understand, Democrats love to promote unity, but still exclusion, but black still excluding and segregating black folks, and still practicing benign neglect policies, as well as continuing to lock black men and women out of economic resources, and then starving us out, and then only handing a couple crumbs to some of the most talented black men and women, either in sports or in biz or in corporate, on the corporate plantation. That's why black people coon and sambo at the job, because they're so thankful for a piece of nothing that they Hunky McGee and them and Miss Ofe expect all of us to be thankful for that $15 an hour job. Here's what you can do with your $15 an hour job, Miss Ofe and Hunky McGee. This is what you can do with your $50,000 a year job. This is what you can do with your $100,000 a year job. That's what you can do with it. I rather work for myself and make $30,000 a year and be happy than to sit up here and make $100,000 working for you, and I'm working 16-hour days. And I got to put up with your nigger jokes at work. Yeah, y'all hear about that black woman that got insulted by a Buffalo Wild Wings, by a Buffalo Wild Wings employee who said, "Don't take this racially, but you are so dark." See, you have to understand something, black folks. See, black women get bent out of shape over that kind of stuff. See, black men don't get bent. Most black men don't get bent out of shape like that because we know these people don't like us. See, every day they're coming out of the woodwork showing black men they don't like us. They don't like us. Okay? But see, black women have been fooled into thinking they got a seat at the table. Black women continue to be fooled into believing that they have a seat at the table. And what these dumb bitches don't understand is that they are the table. Everybody's eating off your back. Past, present, and hopefully not future. Fuck out of here. But that's what they think. They think